Copyright applies to the following verbal and written content. With the exception of the content owner, complete content, excerpts, and links may be used for nonprofit purposes only, provided that full and clear credit is given to the following names wherein: Diary Single Woman, Diary of a Single Woman, and Miss Anonymous. Appropriate and specific direction to the original content must be used. All rights are reserved.
Hi, I'm Miss Anonymous with Diary of a Single Woman. I hope that you have been enjoying my true erotic stories from my diary. Yes, I do have a lot more true stories to share with you. But in the meantime, I have a proposition for you. Yes, a proposition. I want you to take a journey with me. Take a journey into a mysterious, taboo, and intriguing world of sensual fiction. A world that offers a place for you to escape from your normal daily life. A world that expands your mind beyond boundaries. Beyond boundaries you never knew you had. A world where you discover intimate thoughts and feelings you thought you were incapable of. A place where you can indulge in nail-biting stories. Oh yeah, this is going to be so damn good. I'm writing this lustful, adventurous novel just for you. I've named this series as a tribute to the breathtaking trilogy that had us all glued to our books and movie screens. Well, fasten your seatbelts, or should I say, unfasten your seatbelts, and get ready to live life on the edge. Welcome to 50 Shades of Red.
Chapter 12, Part 2. Ethan is in the bathroom washing up. I'm here, standing in the walk-in closet, staring at the collar and metal chain that Ethan demanded I add to my dinner attire for this evening. My paradise still tingling and sore from the wild sex Ethan and I just had. My wrist aching from being fastened in those metal bands. What kind of place is this? Who builds in metal constraints into the wall? Ethan, that's who. And who is dumb enough to let themselves be restrained to the wall? Me, that's who. I grab and remove the neck collar from the hanger and start to fasten it around my neck. But why did I kind of enjoy being restrained like that, chained to the wall? Why did I enjoy Ethan thrusting me so hard? What's going on with me? I grab the metal chain and hook it to my collar, holding the length of the chain in my hand. If I let go, it would drop all the way down to the floor and tug on my collar, causing the collar to tighten around my neck. Maybe I'm curious. Ever since that charity event, I've been holding back my curiosity for this mysterious red chapter. I've been fighting back questions and keeping them in the back of my mind. Why didn't I block Ethan's phone number after the day he gave me a tour of his red chamber upstairs? Any woman in her right mind would have cut Ethan off after seeing that. Right? Wouldn't they? Ethan approaches the walk-in closet. I love it when you obey me, Ethan said, smiling from ear to ear. He walks over and takes hold of my chain that's in my hand. Come, let's get you washed up for dinner. Ethan gently tugs on the chain, indicating for me to walk forward. We walk down the hall and into the bathroom. Ethan walks me over to the bathtub and retrieves my washcloth that's hanging on the side of it. He kneels down to sit on the side of the bathtub and turns on the faucet to run the water, placing one of his hands underneath to feel the water temperature. I quietly stand there, listening to the water run, watching him as steam begins to escape his hand. Step inside and stand, Ethan said. With Ethan still holding my neck chain, I slowly step into the bathtub. I feel the hot water swirl around my feet and in between my toes. Hold this, Ethan says as he hands me my neck chain to hold. Ethan then retrieves the bar soap and lathers my washcloth. He gently separates my inner thighs and places the hot washcloth onto my paradise. I flinch. My clitoris is still sensitive from the oral pleasures that Ethan gave it a few minutes ago. I will go slow, Ethan says while slowly and gently washing my paradise. I'm glad that he's taking it easy with me. If he were to be rough with my paradise right now, I know I would have to let out a sound. The hot water starts to soothe my outer walls. Ethan finishes washing me, turns off the running water, and grabs my bath towel. He pats my paradise dry, then leans his head over towards it and plants a long, soft kiss onto it. That feels so nice. Ethan stands up, bends forward, and lifts me up out of the bathtub. He carefully stands me onto the floor, kneels down, and begins drying my feet. How odd is this? He has me wearing this collar and metal chain like I'm his prisoner, but he's being so gentle and attentive to me right now. It's more like he's treating me like his pet. Ethan stands up and hangs my damp bath towel onto the rack. How do you feel? He inquires. Unsure if I should speak or not, I just stare at him. It's okay. You can respond vocally. I feel better. Good. Ethan responds, then places a kiss onto my forehead. Come, let's go upstairs for dinner. We both have worked up an appetite. Give me your chain. I hand my chain over to Ethan, and he gently tugs on it, indicating for me to walk forward. We walk through the double wooden doors and through the iron bar gate. Ethan punches in his code on the wall keypad, and the gate and doors close. He then enters in the elevator code. I try my best to figure out the codes, but his fingers move so fast. Ethan has this place locked down like Fort Knox. I bet he wants to keep normal visitors away from all of his dirty little secrets. I'm sure his normal, sane-minded guests have no idea he has all of these crazy themed rooms. We step onto the elevator. The doors close and we move upwards. The doors open and my nose is instantly greeted again with the aroma of garlic, oregano, and tomatoes. We step off the elevator and make our way over to the dining room. I hope that Evelyn, Alexander, and Fabian don't see me like this. How embarrassing is this? I'm mostly naked in this harness while Ethan tugs me along like his pet. We approach the dinner table. Evelyn has our meals ready for us on the table: spinach lasagna, garlic bread, tossed salad, and wine. Ethan walks me over to my chair and pulls it out for me. I had Evelyn place your very own pillow down onto your chair. I'm glad I did. I'm sure your soft lips will feel good down there as they enjoy the soft cushion from your pillow. I know it's still sore from our lovemaking. Lovemaking? Is that what he calls it? Me pinned against the wall in chains is lovemaking to him? Saying that he wants to fuck me is his idea of lovemaking? Lovemaking is supposed to be gentle. I would hate to see his idea of rough sex. I sit down in my chair. Oh, wow. This pillow is extremely soft. Ethan loops my metal chain around the back of my chair. He walks over to the opposite side and sits down across from me. Evelyn! Ethan bellows. Oh, shit. Evelyn is going to see me like this? What? Evelyn walks in from the kitchen and approaches the dinner table. Yes, Mr. Bowman. First, let me say that dinner looks and smells wonderful. Thank you, sir. I hope that you and Miss Jamerson enjoy the meal, Evelyn said, looking over at me, then back over towards Ethan. She didn't even flinch. Evelyn looked right at me. She didn't even lift an eyebrow, as if I were sitting here fully dressed in regular clothes. Didn't she notice I'm sitting here with my titties out and a dog chain around my neck? Wow. How many times has Ethan done this? How many women has he had contracts with? I'm sure Ethan's staff has seen this and worse. I bet they all have non-disclosure agreements in place. I'm sure we will enjoy what you've prepared. We need services in the Emperor Chamber. Absolutely. I will have one of the chamber housekeepers go down right away. Thanks, Evelyn. I appreciate you having everything cleaned up for us. Evelyn excuses herself and leaves the dining room. So, Ethan isn't the only one with access codes to his room's Emperor Chamber. I guess Ethan's the Emperor. It's time to eat, shall we? Ethan says that as he unfolds his dinner napkin. I do the same. I swear, this is the weirdest day of my life. Thank God we have wine. I take a bite of my spinach lasagna. Oh, this is so good. Oh, wow. I don't think I've ever had lasagna that tastes this good. I take another bite. I didn't realize how hungry I was. I take a bite of garlic bread. This is freshly made bread. I can tell. I bake fresh bread all the time, thanks to the bread maker I received as a birthday gift one year. I pick up my salad fork and take a bite of my tossed salad. What kind of salad dressing is this? Some type of house dressing? Ethan doesn't have to worry about me talking right now. I'm not even caring about my ridiculous outfit and dog chain. I take a sip of my wine. I hope this helps ease my nerves. You know, your first invitation under contract was intended to get you acclimated to your new room. The new outfit was intended to help you ease more out of your shell. I didn't intend on using restraints. Well, at least for your first invitation visit under our agreement. I did intend on making love to you, and I intend on making love to you even more. The challenge, however, was a spontaneous move on my part. What can I say? I like pushing limits, Ethan said, then took another bite of his lasagna. I take another sip of my wine. Are you enjoying your meal? It's okay to respond vocally. I remove the wine glass from my lips and say, yes, the meal is good. How's the wine? It's good. It's one of my favorite collections from my family's winery. Next weekend, I'm hosting a wine tasting event. It's okay. You can smile. Smile. With the side of my mouth filled with lasagna, I managed to give a smile. Good. I knew you would be excited about the event. Is that his way of telling me that I should attend? I have no idea. We continued with the rest of our dinner. I sat there eating and listening to Ethan share his schedule for the next 2 weeks with me. He has a lot of responsibilities and oversees a lot of things. He's constantly in business meetings, listening to his staff go over reports, public relations engagements, and more. A lot more. I'm getting overwhelmed just listening to all the things on his agenda. I see why he needs an outlet, but his outlets seem to be more of a fantasy type of thing, a dark fantasy that he likes to escape into. Are you full? Ethan inquires. I nod my head up and down. Okay, we will pass on dessert then. Ethan takes his dinner napkin and wipes his mouth. I do the same. He stands up and walks over to me, then unwraps the metal chain from around my chair. Stand, he commands. I stand up. He tugs on my chain, indicating for me to walk. We make our way back to the elevator, down to the lower level, through the gate and double wooden doors. His fingers are still too fast for me to figure out the code. What good would it do anyway? Every time Ethan leaves here, he enters the code to close everything. Unless I could come up with a plan to distract him while he's in here with me, run out and punch in the code to close the wooden doors and gate. Yeah, right. Like that will ever happen. As we continue to walk in, I see that Ethan's milky mess is cleaned up from the floor. A yellow caution sign is placed within the area, notifying that the floor is wet from mopping. How pompous is that? You come all over the floor and have housekeeping clean it up? Oh, wait, I forgot. Ethan's the emperor, and he can do and not do whatever he wants. We walk over to the canopy bed. Sit down. I sit down onto the bed. While sitting here, I can really see how large this bed is. It's like I'm on an island that's placed in the middle of the room. Ethan lays my metal chain onto the bed and continues to stand. Let me show you more features of your room. What is he going to do now? Features? I slightly close my hands. I hope it's nothing like those restraints. Ethan walks over to a large wooden nightstand with 3 drawers. He opens the top drawer. My heart starts racing. What is he going to pull out? And here is your remote control. Ethan takes out an odd-looking object. It's in the shape of a boomerang. It looks like there are 3 remote controls built into it. It looks like my nephew's spinner fidget toy, only a lot larger. There are 3 remote devices. This one turns on and controls your music. Ethan shows me the button to press, and the entire room is filled with music. The music is crisp and clear, surround sound. The speakers are built into the ceiling, wall, and within the stone floor. This here allows you to adjust which speakers you want sound to come from. I hear the sound of the music shift only to the floor, then only to the wall, then only from the ceiling. the various combinations. Ethan turns off the music and rotates the boomerang. This controller is for your television. That's interesting. I don't see a television in here. He shows me the button to press, and I hear people talking, but I still don't see where the television is. Then, directly in front of me, up above, oh wow, what looks like just the wall is actually something that slides open. The high definition TV appears. You can control the sound the same way as with the music. He then rotates the boomerang around again. These buttons are labeled housekeeper, chauffeur, security, and last but not least, me, Emperor. I opened my mouth to speak, but caught my tongue just in time. Emperor. Oh, he has truly committed to this fantasy. Ethan pauses and looks at me, waiting for me to slip up and lose the challenge. I close my lips and stare back at him. You will press the button when you want to contact me. Once you press any of these buttons, whoever you're requesting will be alerted and you will be able to communicate with them through the television. Ethan turns off the television and the TV wall door closes. He places the boomerang back into the nightstand, then walks over to me. Ethan is truly a mixed bag. How do you have an ancient dungeon with high-end gadgets and a HD TV? This is absolutely a man cave. Hot sex, nude paintings, Wi-Fi, electronic gadgets, a flat screen TV, and surround sound. I'm just waiting for him to tell me where the hidden beer kegs are. No, let's get you out of this collar and chain. Oh shit, these are coming off? Ethan removes my outrageous accessories. The room temperature air replaces my neck collar, and my neck muscles begin to relax. While placing the collar and chain onto the bed, Ethan says, I have a few work-related things to finish up with in preparation for my business meeting tomorrow. Use this time to start enjoying your room. Well, continue enjoying your room. Ethan pushes my body down onto the bed, grabs my lower legs and bends them, then pushes my thighs downward, leaving space for him to move his head in between them. He bites my inner thigh, and then his warm mouth gently sucks my clitoris. My sensors are through the roof. I'm sore, but his warm mouth still feels good. He licks and sucks more. He moves up to my lips and kisses me. I'm starting to get used to how I taste. He loves sharing my juices with me. Enjoy your room, my little dove. Let me finish up my work. Ethan pulls away from me while giving me the sexiest stare with those gray eyes of his. He leaves the room. I hear the iron gate and wooden doors close. There goes the lock. I'm just going to lay here, take everything in. The more I lay onto the bed, the more I feel my exhaustion creep in. I'm sure the lasagna doesn't help me generate any extra energy. I rub my hands around my neck, giving my own personal neck massage. My eyes start to close, and away I go, not able to resist the sleep that's tugging on my eyelids.
My little dove. My little dove. My little dove.
What?
Are you awake, my little dove?
I start rubbing my eyes. Why is Ethan screaming at me? My eyes come into focus.
Are you finally awake?
I see Ethan on the TV screen. What the hell?
I wanted to say goodnight before you went to sleep, but I see I'm too late.
His voice is extremely loud with this surround sound. Ethan is in what looks like an office. His shirt is on but completely unbuttoned, exposing his muscular chest. He wears glasses? I never knew that.
My work is taking longer than expected. It looks like I'll be in my home office longer than I would like. I just wanted to say sweet dreams. You are scheduled to wake up at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. You'll have breakfast and then go to your appointment before going to work at 12 o'clock noon. I will explain all of the details over breakfast. Stand up.
I lift up off the bed and stand.
Take off your harness.
I start taking off my harness, carefully removing one section at a time. My brain is still in a fog from my deep sleep. What time is it? I glance over at the clock. It's 1:10 in the morning. I've been asleep that long? Ugh, the wine. That did me in. Ethan's face is now closer on the television screen. He's watching my every move through his glasses. I manage to remove the harness.
Leave it on the nightstand. Housekeeping will take care of it in the morning.
I place the harness onto the nightstand. I turn back around, naked.
I love seeing your body. Here's another rule to add to your memory. When you are here via my invitation, you will always sleep naked unless I give you something to sleep in. I need your body readily accessible to me throughout the night.
Ethan steps away from the screen.
Now, go to sleep, my love, and I will see you in the morning. Oh, and by the way, I can see you down there at all times. I can see everything you do. I also have control of the room, even when I'm not there.
Ethan holds up a boomerang remote control and presses a button. I jolt as the lights in my room shut off. The only thing that is left is the television.
Sweet dreams, my love. See you in the morning.
The television goes off and the TV wall closes. Now it's pitch dark. I quickly jump into the bed and crawl underneath the covers. The sheets are so soft. Memory foam pillows. I pull the comforter over me, wrapping myself tightly inside of it. I stare up into the darkness, my mind running rampant. I'm being watched. Appointment tomorrow? I inhale, then let out a deep breath. I just lay here, staring into the darkness, thinking that this time tomorrow I will be in my own bed. Thank God. I just dwell on that thought, that one thought of being at home, free, and in my own bed. That one thought is what's helping me fall asleep right now. I readjust my body a few times until I finally get into my favorite sleeping position, on my stomach and fast asleep. I feel something hard between my legs. Something is pressing against my paradise opening from behind. I feel something start going in slowly, then slowly out, slowly in, then slowly out. I open my eyes. I jolt. Everything is dark. For a moment, I'm confused. My brain is trying to process. Where am I? Where am I? Slowly in, then slowly out. I feel muscular arms wrap around me and hold me.
I couldn't resist. I had to make love to you again.
It's Ethan. I feel his warm, naked body wrapped around mine underneath the sheets. His dick slowly going in and out. He's not fucking me this time. Instead, he's being gentle and passionate. My paradise gets wetter with each slow stroke. Ethan begins kissing on my neck. I place one of my hands on his hip as he thrusts in and out of me. I manage to turn my body, allowing me to be completely on the bottom while Ethan is on top, making love to me, nice and slow. This is the type of love making I'm used to, passionate and gentle. My whole body is pleased. I thrust my hips in rhythm with Ethan's. I kiss his lips so sweet. I thrust my hips. His arms are so strong as he holds me, as he makes love to me. I keep my moans internal, not making a sound. I'm enjoying this passionate pleasure. Ethan and I continue to make love until falling asleep in each other's arms. This ends Chapter 12, Part 2. Stay tuned for Chapter 13, Part 1 to find out what happens next. Keeva has a surprise appointment before going to work. What could that be about? Oh, and there's another surprise on the horizon. I will give you a hint. Remember, Dominic? You don't want to miss what's next. Here's a question for you. Do you have an outlet or a fantasy that you like to escape to? Make sure you subscribe and tell a friend. There's going to be a lot to talk about. This is going to be so juicy. Yours truly, Miss Anonymous.